So let's start it off. When, say I'm a brand new customer, new client, and I'm making the phone call, how would this whole process start? Okay, people come in, and then we'll let Stacee take over. But you set up the beginning of the whole process. We're starting to we're going to upsize. We need it. We're having babies. We need bedrooms. We need space. Okay, let's go. How do we do it?
Yeah. So sometimes the conversation will start with me. Sometimes it starts by somebody calling the office line or whatever. Um, Stacee is myself, Stacee, and then Morgan Meredith are all listing specialists on our team. So, um, as the leader of our organization, I try to get uh, fill up our pipelines of our listing specialists before I fill up my own personal, pipeline, if you will. So,
How
I
that
take a
works?
call. What's that?
Is that how that works? You stage things, you get the calls, you stage things, and then you sort of
Sometimes.
funnel them. Okay.
Yeah, not always, sometimes.
Okay.
So let's say I get a lead and I get some basic information and Stacy's going to work with that client. I'll get as much information as I possibly can, and then I'll put it into our system, and then Stacee will take it from there. And so it'd probably be cool if you kind of pretend that you're a potential seller, and just like Stacy's calling you for the first time, just you can kind of feel what that's like if
Perfect.
we kind of
Go
role
ahead.
play
Let's
that
start the
situation.
story there. You've done your research. You know what we know, done market analysis. You've done these things. Now we're going to have the next conversation.
Okay, so I've given you your market value and everything.
Oh,
Went
it's
through
not high.
that.
God, that's just so low. I can't believe
Okay.
it can be that low, Stacee. Come on.
Did you do any research prior to our meeting today, Tom?
No,
Did you have a dollar amount in mind that you thought the house would be worth?
I thought it could be at least 50,000 higher than that.
Okay.
That number you guys can't, it just seems low to me. I see other houses around here selling for, you know, in my house. Well, what? I got chopped liver here or what?
No, I think your house is beautiful, Tom, and I I don't make the market. I do interpret it, and I've been told that I can be a very emotional person. So when it comes to real estate, I try to keep all of my emotions out of it and really just focus on the data. So that's why I think it's really important that I bring all of the comparables with me when we sit down and meet so that we can look over all of the data together. At the end of the day, this is a very data centered process. And if we miss the mark on the list price, it's going to end up costing you a lot more money in the long run. I can't tell you how many times I've listed a house and had multiple offers on it and had it go over price, over asking price, which is a great feeling. You get that rush, that bidding war that everybody wants. People start offering you different things like appraisal guarantees and escalation clauses and waiving inspections and doing all of those things. And I will make you a promise that if your house is worth more than this dollar amount that I have written down, it will sell for more.
Talk about what Stacey just said. Is that a typical situation with a client?
Um, you know, I uh, I think now sellers are a lot more times more pleasantly surprised at what the value is. Certainly there are those times where you have a client that honestly thinks that their property is worth more than what you're sharing you believe it is. But I mean, the way that Stacee just was handling that conversation is the way that she would handle it in the field. And Stacee is a very caring, kind person. Um, she really doesn't, when she's on an appointment, she's not thinking about a commission check. She's thinking about serving and helping the client and help them achieve whatever is in their best interest. So, when you're in that's something that she already had in her before she joined the team, but it was something that was also very altruistic, something that we already represented. So when you're consulting with clients and all you care about is their best interest, and you have the faith that if you do your job properly that you'll be financially rewarded as well, you're just not worried about being honest with people. We're not trying to sell anybody anything. We are trying to help people solve their very real problems. And that's what makes Stacee so special. Stacee is really good at helping people get what they
Business.
need.
Brock, how would you like people to get a hold of you? And then we'll get Stacy's contact info.
I mean, I mean, my cell phone is, I mean, it's with me all the time. So I really prefer a call or a text. It's 517-303-3262. I'm a talker, so don't be afraid to call. But if you would prefer to text me and then have me call you at a specific time, that's fine too. And feel free to call Stacee because you're going to be in good hands either way with our team. So
Stacee, what are your contact info?
My phone number is 517-803-5165.
What would Say you that one like
Like
more time. As your listings go? Are you looking at a window of a month, 2 weeks, in the market that we're in right now, and in general, what would you like to see for your customers as far as the turnover?
I mean, ideally 5 days. And the reason behind 5 days is you need to be marketing for at least 3 or 4 days to make sure that you're getting all the agents who have buyers that are in your search criteria to get a chance to see it. Whenever I see a property sell within 1 day, I just flat out know that that agent did not get as much money for their client as they should have. Because in most cases, you need the 5 to 15 to 20 showings. Typically, you're setting a highest and best buy date on the offer. And a lot of times, when we set that deadline for 5 days after listing, um, the best offers are the ones that are coming in on the last day. And it could be the difference between getting full price or getting 10 or 20,000 over, right? And I'll tell you
for
what,
sure.
it has never been more important to have an agent that knows what they're doing. I, you know, you hear people excited that they got full price, but imagine if they got 15 or 20 grand extra, right? And it doesn't happen every
Just like my
time.
buddy Mike, just like my
Yeah.
neighbor Mike.
But it happens a
Exactly.
lot. Happens a lot. And and also I know, when we're doing that for our clients, they're not only did we cover our own costs, but we made them more money by being they actually got us for less than free. That
Stacee, let's talk about
Unfortunately, you're right.
talk about your experience within the selling team. You've been with Brock for how long?
Going on 10 years.
Okay, so you have a very, very long track record, and we'll get to the stories here shortly. But what Brock was just saying, with the customers, with the turnover, is that what you've seen as well? Is that what you try to shoot for with your listings? You want to get these things done with no more than a month.
Yeah, absolutely. In our average days on market here in our area sits right around the 30-day mark. But as I mentioned before, the most critical time period is that very first week that we're on market. And it's so
Why is
important for,
getting done? Why is
okay.
that first week so important?
you've got to understand that there are people and clients that have been looking for houses for years. I mean, literal years. I just had one close recently where they had been looking for over 2 years for the right house.
Whoa.
And so their buyer's agents will have them set up with a drip campaign that it's specific to their real estate hopes and dreams. So they get an email on their phone as soon as that listing goes live. Now that listing could be sent out to 5 people, it could be sent out to 500 people. But as soon as that listing goes live, that email is pushed out to all of these people. So when they get that email on their phone, this is a brand new listing. Photos are beautiful. This is exactly what I want. It's priced right. We need to get in there as soon as possible because this is the house that I want. So I want to, think of it as like fishing, right? You've got the best bait out there. You got it on your hook. You cast it out and you want to bring in the fish. Most people decide if they want to buy a house within the first 10 to 15 seconds of pulling in or walking in. It's a feeling and it's an emotional experience for them. And if we can't bring them through that front door based on the online marketing presence that we have, they will never have an opportunity to experience that emotional experience. And I want everybody to fall in love with the house so that they're throwing my sellers the very best offer
We
possible.
want to ring phones. So for this read, I'm going to hand it over to my assistant, my partner, my buddy, my brother from another mother, Mr. Brock Fletcher. We're going to go to Brock Fletcher for this read for the selling team of Keller Williams. Go ahead, Brock.
Boy, that's a lot of pressure. I mean, here's like what I think is why you would want to call our team. Every day, every year, there are families that that are going through life-changing experiences. a new job, a fresh start, a relocation across the country, a new marriage, a divorce, a death in the family, right? All of us deal with changes all the time. And the common denominator is almost all of those things are the precursor to a real estate transaction, right? And at that moment, you're not just looking for an acceptable experience. You're not just looking for an okay job. What you want to experience is a great experience, because what you're going through family-wise is difficult enough. You want to be wowed. You want to feel taken care of. You want to feel that you're important, and you want to be done when you're done with that transaction. You want to feel completely and totally satisfied, and that is the guarantee that we offer to our clients, right? And we talk about that every single day. It is all we talk about every day. Every meeting is the client experience. And so many times I hear stories where people settled for something less. So if you want to have a great experience, if you want to feel that every penny you spent, every penny you spent compensating us was worth it, you need to work with our team for that 5-star experience. Stacee was given the 5-star. Yeah, we guarantee a 5-star experience. We have over 550 5-star reviews. I mean, we're by far the way most reviewed team in the greater Lansing area. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close by like hundreds of reviews. And so either go to our website, kwsellingteam.com, or just call me directly or text me directly, and we will be on the case immediately. 517-303-3260.
Yards. How much is that? How important is that for people to understand?
It's very important. And in fact, whenever I meet with a potential client for the first time, we have a magazine that our wonderful administrative team have put together for us. And within that magazine, it actually has a to-do list and how to get your home ready for the photo shoot. And it includes curb appeal, inside, outside, kitchen, bedrooms, bathrooms, the whole shebang. So you're not left wondering, feeling overwhelmed, even more overwhelmed than you may already feel going into this process. We quite literally are with you every step of the way and make the process as simple as possible for you.
All right, Stacee. With number, let's do, you get your choice. We can do the happy, good story, or we could do the horror story.
I actually, something you just said made me think of another story that I'd like to share.
Okay.
So I think we might go with 2 good stories today. It's Friday. I'm feeling
Let's
good.
do good stories. Go ahead.
So a few weeks, well, it was about, gosh, less than 2 months ago. I received a lead from a very nice woman, and she had had a life-changing experience. She wanted to sell her condo and move into an apartment. Didn't have her phone number. All I had was her email, which anyone who's tried to get a response from just an email can understand that it's not the easiest task, right? So I reached out to her via email. She told me right away, I'm not interested in selling my home with a real estate agent. I cannot afford it. I shared with her some information that I took directly from the National Association of Realtors website, basic statistics, and said, this is what the data tells us about people who sell their home by themselves versus those people who work with a real estate agent to sell their home. It was all in black and white. I said, if you have any questions, feel free to call me. She looked through the information. She agreed to have a phone conversation with me after that, which we did. She scheduled an appointment with me, and then the morning of our appointment, she canceled because she had spoke with, they have these type of real estate agents who basically you pay one flat fee, and they'll put it on the MLS for you.
And this is what I think people don't understand, Brock and Stacee. And Brock, how often have you run into this, I don't even want to say fly by night $400 thing, because it might not seem like a lot, but if you pay somebody $400 and they don't do anything, it's still a lot of money. So
it cost that agent $14 to put it on the MLS.
Brock, do you see this often?
Well, it's not very popular around here. they're called discount brokers, and I mean they're licensed agents. I mean, I want to be very careful that we don't make it seem like they're not reputable. It's just they have a different business model. Their business model is no value. You just put it on the MLS. There's no negotiating. There's no paperwork assistance, whatever. They're just putting it on the multiple listing service. It's not illegal or anything of that nature. It's not like, but it's not full service either. Right.
Back again. Okay. Stacee, I'd like a takeaway from you for your new clients that you're going to get from this episode.
So my biggest message would be if, you're experiencing a life-changing event and you find yourself in need of a real estate agent, or if you just want to move. I mean, sometimes people just want a different house because they want to. Make sure that you are doing your research. Make sure that you are finding an agent who is competent, who has experience, who is ethical, who is going to be honest with you. So many times I could have just said what my clients wanted me to say. That's not how I roll. I'm going to be honest with you, because for most people, their home is the most expensive asset that they have, the most valuable asset that they have. This is not the time to go cheap.
Brock,
Right?
give me 30 seconds.
I just want to say how much I love you and Sandy, and how much I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Stacee, I love you too. Stacee's been with me for a long time. This is who I am. This is who we are, right? We're relationship people. So really appreciate everything you and Sandy have done for us, done for our team, and we're so excited to be in business with you guys.
We're not. That was a blast. Stacee Robison. Rob. God dang, am I a klutz or what? Stacee Robison is awesome. Brock is so great to us. What we're going to be doing with the selling team and promoting them and sharing, it's so wonderful. And I just love Brock so much. And he looks great. And Stacee did a wonderful job. So kudos to you. We're going to be having some meetings with the team, and it's really exciting to be part of this whole process. And so until next time, everybody, I'm Papa Tom. It's been a Tom Matt Show. Love you so much. Peace out. Have a great day. We're out.